we'll start off by laying down this layer of what is my color Pear in this Tropicals box, and you may have a green that's a little bit darker. That's fine. Pears come in all kinds of different shades, so you want to use something kind of light. And I'm just kind of leaving the white of the paper here, and I'm going right around to that edge. You can see this line. Obviously it's not light like some of the other motifs where it's a little more hidden, so you want to make sure I like to put the paint all the way to the edge so that it's less prominent. And then you'll want to come in here and kind of, you can leave the white of that paper in here. We're going to want to dabble in on top now. That's sort of a wet on wet technique because we already laid down one layer of paint and it's still wet. So we're coming in here and adding that layer to this green. And I'll clear my brush off, and while it's still wet, I'm going to put in a little bit of brown, this tiki color. It'll travel, so I'm going to put some in here and then I'll come back and add some more after it's a little more tacky wet versus saturated. That stem is, and I'll just add some here, and you'll see it'll kind of dry and travel a little bit. So might add a little bit of water to see if that'll bloom. It'll kind of push away, and we'll see how that ends up drying. So we'll leave that alone for a minute, and we can go ahead and do our stem in this tiki color or your brown. And I have a little bit of black in this box as an extra, and I'm just going to kind of add that in to darken up that stem and add a little bit of green in here. And be careful if I've got it really wet not to let it run and turn it into an abstract. Now I'm going to go lightly over this with this light green like I did with the pear on this one side and let that kind of dry. And then I'll put a second coat on that. As a matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead while that's dry and sort of put that brown in there. So that's pretty saturated. We're going to leave it alone for a minute, and you don't have to put in so much rusty color like that. It's a little more of a Bartlett type looking pear, and it's just so fun to do it that it's just, I like dipping these colors into here and making that look. So that's totally an artistic choice. Now we're going to work on this table. We're going to leave the top alone since this is so wet, and we'll work down here. So we'll come in here and you can make your table whatever color you want. Mine is a painted table. And you can put wet down and then drop some pigment in here so it's smoother. You can do wet on dry if you want. If you want it to have more texture, I'm going to kind of pull back some of my color, and maybe over here I have white paper towel over there, and then this kind of falls off the page because there would be a mat here that would frame in this picture. So I'm going to come in here and paint this other layer in this table. You could always make this brown if you'd like. Kind of like this farmhouse look here. And I'll come in here and paint this. Did not mean to go over that line. And if you go out of the lines, you can just kind of tap it with some water and find a clean part of your paper towel to push down. So that's the first layer of this. Now we can this is kind of tacky wet. I think it's okay now to just kind of add in a few more dots of tiki where they'll kind of stay put. And I only want a few down here. If I wait till it's too dry, it'll look kind of funny. So now I'm going to take a clear brush and start just gently pulling some of this pigment across so I get those two layers and still keep some of those shapes that the deposits made. And in here carefully, I'm going to add some green back into this stem. And now I'm going to come in here and kind of fill this in. And see if I can get this tiki in here without making it bleed everywhere. All right, and now I'll just kind of add a little brown right there. And I'll go up here and just kind of with a clear brush combine some of those white areas. The only thing left to do is the detail in the table and the background. I created this first with no background, and I like it that way. Really like a lot of white in what I do, but I think that other people do like the background, and I think the photo reference that I used had sort of a little crackly paper stucco type look to it. So we're going to get a wider brush, or you can use your little brush. It's a lot of area to cover here, but I'm going to put a thin wash. And I'm going to come in here and tap in a little bit of that yellow. So I'm going to come in here with a little bit of gray. You could use like a darker blue if you wanted to, and just kind of put like a little bit of a shadow on that. And put something in here to add a little bit of texture. All right, now I'll take a little bit of brown and just come along these lines. And you can even add a little bit of water across there and then put the line in if you want it to be more subtle and less harsh.